Hey everyone, this is my graduation get ready with me video. Obviously, super excited to be alive. I got curlers in my hair and I'm just letting that set while I do my makeup. Alright, super excited still, yes. I've already put on my foundation. I use this Hourglass Immaculate Foundation. I'm going to list all the products down below to make that super easy. I also went in with this Maybelline under eye concealer for my under eyes, and then I went in with more concealer and I used this Urban Decay pencil concealer just in any trouble spots that I know you can't see because my camera is very kind, as is the lighting. Next, I'm just blending with a little brush, no big deal. Next, I'm going in with my Invisible Setting Powder by Laura Mercier. I'm focusing it on the places where I use my concealer, but I'm also pretty much dusting it all over my face because I really didn't want to get shiny. Next, I'm dusting some of my Bare Minerals Well Rested under my eyes just to brighten up my whole situation and kind of camouflage those bags. Now I'm using a little bit of my L'Oreal True Match powder. It's in a darker shade, obviously, and I'm just using it for contouring. I tried not to go too overboard, but I might have gone a little bit overboard, but isn't that the story of my life? I'm doing a little bit on my cheekbones and around my nose and a lot on my jawline because I'm a little bit insecure about my jawline, and yeah. Next, I'm using bronzer, and I love bronzer, so I pretty much just went all over the place with it like I usually do. I also ran into some pretty extreme curler issues, so had to handle that. I'm a busy girl. Okay, next I'm doing blush. This is my busted Milani blush, but I love it so much, and so I just used that where I always use blush. Kind of self-explanatory, I guess. And then boom, I'm all done with my face and ready to move on to my eyes. My first step is curling my eyelashes because they are like bored straight. And then I go on to use some waterproof mascara, and that just helps them stay curled. I don't use any waterproof mascara after that, but just the first coat to keep them curled. It totally works. If you have straight eyelashes, I know your pain, and this definitely helps. Next up, I'm using my Wet n Wild matte palette. I love this palette so much, especially to use it as a matte highlight. I'm using kind of the lightest cream color shade on my brow bone and also in my inner corner just to brighten up. Now I'm going in with two eyeliners, a light one and then a dark navy one. I'm using the light color on my bottom waterline, and then I'm using the dark navy on my tight line. Now I'm going back to the matte palette, and I'm using this kind of nude orangey shade for my transition color in my crease. I seriously love this color. It goes with any kind of look for me, and I'm just pretty much going all over the crease with that. Now I'm opening up my Naked One palette, and I'm using the color Toasted. I'm going to use my finger and pretty much just press that all over the lid. I like to use my finger because, I don't know, it just seems to come off better and I don't have to deal with as much fallout, which I'm a fan of. Now I'm going back into the Naked palette, and I'm going to use the color Buck, which is kind of just a medium matte brown, and I'm going to deepen up the crease. Back to the matte palette again. I'm using this really dark brown shade, which is tragically broken, but I did kind of repair it because I'm MacGyver like that. I'm going into the outer corner crease just to give it some more dimension. I love this color. Next, I used a kind of coppery, shimmery eyeliner pencil on my lash line on both my eyes. Then I went in with that same dark brown crease color and set my liner. Next, I went in with my blending brush and just did a little extra blending because that's never a bad idea. Checky. Now it's time for brows. I'm using some Makeup Forever gel brow product. I just have a sample. I think I like it so far. Do you like it so far? Let me know. Next up, I've got some black liquid liner, as usual. No surprises here. I'm also winging it out like I always do because I'm fun and fancy like that. Kind of matches. Always a good thing. Next, I added 2 more coats of mascara. Both of these are CoverGirl. Then I moved on to some half lashes. These are my all-time favorite, and I wanted to be dramatic, but not too dramatic. I don't know, there's a fine line. Then I started to use some of my balm stain, and then my camera shut off, and then I ate a sandwich. And I'm using my other camera in this part of the video. I don't know, I have the worst luck with technology. And then I checked my teeth because that's classy, and I started taking out my hot rollers. Through my whole makeup routine, I just let the hot rollers set. By this time, they're pretty much cool, and my hair is pretty much done. And so I just use some teasing and hairspray, and bam, I'm all big-haired and ready to graduate. Isn't that how everyone does it? Yeah, that's what I thought. Here is my dress in full effect. It's all black sequins, and I love the low back. I love how it fits all over. It's super short, and it's got like a little petticoat action underneath there, so it's kind of toddlers and tiaras-ish. I got a deal on it at Ardell, and not gonna lie, I'm kind of thinking about wearing it for New Year's Eve. Okay, so next up I'm showing you my tights, which were stripy and awesome. I love these so much, and I'm only wearing one shoe. Don't ask me, I don't know. Alright, so be sure to thumbs up this video if you like the whole getting ready with me thing. Don't forget to subscribe, and as always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye everyone!